Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We just want you to know that we're in the middle of a war in this country. And of course, we got some government officials that don't want to hear from us, and they don't want our voice to be out there. They don't want the people's voice to be heard. And so as we were starting our previous live, before we started, the reason we started late is because my computer was being hacked right before my eyes. It was trying to shut down my computer. It was shutting it down, and it's slow at first, and then it totally shut down. I had to restart it. And so we had to wait to get back on. And of course, now when we went live, you saw that the live just crashed. The live just totally disappeared from my page, but we're back up. And don't forget, we're also broadcasting on YouTube, on Facebook, etc. So just go and find us if something happens, all right? So that's how serious this one is. They don't want you all to know what's going on. And of course, I'm not the host on this one. But of course, this is Talk That Live, and our crew is here, our team is here. So I guess you can introduce yourselves again on this live. Go ahead, guys.
I'm Leo.
I'm Radisha. And I'm Penny.
And again, this is Talk That, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in and staying and sticking with us. And we have a lot.
Please like and share the show.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, guys. We have a lot.
All right, this one will be a bomb, guys. We about to drop some bombs. We don't have time to play and powder puff with them. If you're smart, you want to share this, make sure I get this out there. Right now, we know the biggest scandal going on right now is FTX. And FTX, you know, our government actually took a whole week to respond. They took a week to say anything. And I think that's disgraceful. We saw yesterday saying that the Prime Minister was going to respond today. And of course, the reason he did that is because the government could be implicated, possibly, in some of the things that happened. And they have to be very careful what they say. So we believe that he responded in Parliament instead of at his normal press conference or the normal press conference, because they have immunity in Parliament for anything that they say. And so that is why we believe that he did that address in Parliament instead of in a press conference. And so we think that they are afraid because of what's been going on. And based on the documents that we're going to release, the main public is going to see that the PLP is all over this. All right? So we're not playing with them. We're going to release the documents. So we're going to release this stuff, and then we're going to let you talk. We're going to let them call in if we can, the public. But this one is going to be serious, and this one is going to be scandalous. I hope you're all ready. This is a big show you're on. All right? This is your show, but it's a big one today.
We need to get exposure. Do we need to change caption?
You need to take a drink first.
Oh, boy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister finally responded. All of them seem to be afraid to respond, and now we can see why. It is absolutely scandalous what has been going on. The police has, up to this time, still not spoken to him. The police commissioner said today that they have not spoken to him. He's not arrested him. He's not in police custody, despite any voice note you all may have out there, or videos you all may see by these foreigners. The police said they have not even questioned him. And of course, how are they going to question him after they've taken gifts from him? Because the problem is, if they have taken gifts from this gentleman, which the police revealed that they took gifts from this gentleman, they were bragging about it all over social media, but they took tablets from FTX. So if he has committed a crime, then those tablets would be the proceeds of crime. Right. And if the police receive them, that's receiving the receipts of crime. So now the police would be implicating themselves. You see why government officials shouldn't take bribes and gifts, etc. But this is when you live in a backwater country that does things backwards and they're corrupt. Everyone is just trying to get money out of this fellow. But we're going to follow the money today. We're going to show you some documents. Oh yeah, our team has been all over them. We have been staking out. We have been digging up documents. Man, listen, we got the conveyances. All right? We know exactly what's been going on. We know who is who and what is what. And we about to drop a bomb today. So if y'all ain't shared this yet, y'all ain't safe. Please share this live, tag your friends, get them on there, tag your people, share this in your WhatsApp groups and on Messenger, etc. This one will be serious today. All right. So, and y'all get to experience this with me on your show. Talk that comes on every Wednesday. Y'all make sure y'all here to talk that with them. Right. So, but first we want to hear from the Prime Minister and what he had to say. And I wanted to dissect the nonsense that he is saying. I want you to look at him and see if he looks like a liar to you before I release these documents, some of which might show him to be a liar. We want to see if he looks like a liar, if he looks like he's deceiving Parliament again, because he did that with the Bamji thing when he lied and said that Bamji was insured when they had the fire, and it turns out they wasn't, and he should have resigned, but he didn't. But we're back there again. Every single time, scandal, scandal, scandal. It's like we don't get enough. So let's go. All right. And also, I just wanted to make a special note. You're going to hear it, but the Prime Minister did like a mafia threat, you know, to anyone who would want to talk about this. I guess someone is supposed to be afraid of him. He did a mafia threat saying that anyone who wants to talk about this, basically, you all need to tread carefully.
Excuse me.
What you said. Tread carefully. All right. So that means this the big boys. Y'all sit down and shut up.
Wow.
So he said, tread carefully. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tread carefully today by letting the documents speak for themselves. All right. So that's what we're gonna do. Brave, no one's scared of you.
No.
Just so you know that. No one's scared of you. All right, we've seen enough of your corruption and Bahamians. We need something different. We need something new. The people are tired. We're tired of being embarrassed. We're tired of being broke while you're spending up all the money and celebrating. We want something for Bahamians. We're tired of you all rolling out the red carpet for these crooked foreigners, these criminals from everywhere. As long as you have to suck some money for them. We're tired, Brave. We're tired. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play this and we'll be in between so that y'all can actually, so we can comment on it, etc., and then we'll go from there. And then we have exclusive video from, remember, FTX actually had a what was that, a conference? A crypto conference. I think it was like $3,000 to $6,000 to get in there. But guess what? We were in there. And so we got some videos. The computer got hacked earlier. We have some more videos from it, but I'll just show one. I guess the rest we'll show on Sunday. But I'll show one of them with Brave Davis talking at this. And it's going to blow your mind what he had to say. It's going to show you the mindset that they were in from that crypto conference. You're going to see Brave Davis' mindset and the one thing he chose to bring up while there. And then you can see why this turned into what it turned into. But we'll get to that in a minute. So, guys, let's analyze Brave Davis and what he had to say. This is your Prime Minister.
That's their Prime Minister.
That's their Prime Minister. That's the old Bahamas. The Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, of the old Bahamas. And remember, after this, we can release some documents. So, stay tuned.
The chair recognizes the honourable member for Cat Island, Rum Key, and San Salvador.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, numerous crypto tokens and companies around the world have collapsed in the last.
Brave Davis said numerous crypto companies and tokens have collapsed in the last whatever. Why did he start with that? What is he trying to say?
Wow.
What y'all tell me what he's trying to say?
He's trying to say it ain't just FTX. He's
He's
trying to
say
None of them were accused of fraud.
Right.
None of them were accused of stealing billions of dollars of customer money. None of them were accused of paying off politicians.
That is a perfect example of how we conduct business in the Bahamas. We
we dodge and we evade
under the rug.
and we sweep under the rug. And it won't surprise me if this FTX guy don't get away with, who knows, millions,
of the century.
the heights of the century. Because at the end of the day, Bahamians are not going to hold anybody accountable. He had over 300 plus likes just off a photo with this guy. And these people do not know anything other than his hair texture and his skin color.
He's the best.
So
He's the best bandit of 2022. That's his name.
He is. Yeah, just check that camera one sec. Look at it, it's freezing, frozen. Okay, I'll just double check that. But let's continue. They can still hear you. Let's continue with Brave's speech. So are y'all impressed with Brave's speech so far? Are y'all offended? That's only like 10 seconds in. Y'all impressed so far?
Let me have one. Let me have some more.
I'm not impressed.
I am not impressed. Anything of substance.
Wow.
I need to hear some more.
Yeah.
Okay, let's add some more.
A few months, including in that collapse, companies and tokens such as Terra Luna, Celsius, Three Arrows Capital, sometimes they call just 3AC, and Voyager Digital, setting off a series of financial shocks. As you know, the FTX Group has one entity which is regulated in the Bahamas, FTX Digital Markets Limited.
Hold on.
This entity's registration
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
has
We got to
been
pause right
suspended.
now. Did he just? I got to hear that again. Wait. Hold on.
The FTX Group has one entity which is regulated in the Bahamas, FTX Digital Markets Limited.
Guys, y'all Prime Minister just said the FTX Group has one company that is what did he say? Incorporated in the Bahamas. And that is FTX Digital Markets Limited or something like that, right? I want y'all to remember what the Prime Minister of this country just said. In other words, look this way. Don't look that way. In other words, the Prime Minister of this country just said FTX and SBF only has one company in the Bahamas. Y'all heard that, right?
Because he showed that.
That y'all heard that, right? It wasn't just me heard that. The whole Bahamas heard that. Now I can play that again and then continue with the rest of this nonsense. Bahamas, I want you all to focus tonight. Focus, please.
Of financial shocks. As you know, the FTX Group has one entity which is regulated in the Bahamas, FTX Digital Markets Limited. This entity's registration has been suspended and it was put in provisional liquidation. The FTX Group and affiliates all now appear to be subject to insolvency proceedings pending.
Now hold on. Oops. He said that they have one company and that company was put in, was suspended, the license was suspended, and it's going into insolvency, right?
Right.
It has one company, and that company's license has been suspended, all right? One company. So then people were trying to figure out, how is it if y'all suspended the assets of this company, how come they were still able to be operating? How come they were still able to be doing withdrawals? What did the Prime Minister say? They have one company. Remember when we did the documentary on Aragonite and Finland gave the Aragonite to some foreigners, and then these foreigners made a deal that they would pay a percentage of the profit to the Bahamian people. And then what they did was they formed a separate company in Florida and sold to themselves in Florida. So there was no profit. He thought it was one company. So the Prime Minister again is saying, and why I'm repeating this for you all, because when you lie and deceive Parliament, you are supposed to resign.
Absolutely.
Now, if we find out they have more than one company,
You ought to resign.
he ought to resign.
You ought to resign.
I'm saying this before the whole world, under mafia threat from the Prime Minister, who said tread carefully. I think it's the Prime Minister who should have tread carefully when he was in the House of Assembly telling his lies. I can let that play one more again. Listen again.
The FTX Group has one entity which is regulated in the Bahamas, FTX Digital Markets Limited. This entity's registration has been suspended and it was put in provisional liquidation.
This entity's license was suspended and was put into provisional liquidation. So it's one company, and that company license was suspended. Now, what if they was operating another company? What if they had another company? Because we was trying to figure out if they suspended all their assets, they suspended, how are they still operating?
Okay.
But guess what we got tonight, ladies and gentlemen?
The receipt.
We got receipts.
Got the papers.
But let's finish here. Our Prime Minister of the whole Bahamas. Because thanks to him, we might be able to shut that whole Bahamas down even earlier and put a close sign on that. Let us continue.
The FTX Group and affiliates all now appear to be subject to insolvency proceedings pending in Nassau and in the United States. There are reports that FTX has mismanaged customer assets, and numerous investigations have begun into the reported actions and the actors in several countries, including by our own Securities Commission and the Financial Crimes Investigation Branch of the Bahamas Police Force, Royal Bahamas Police Force. I note that
Just to be clear, today, the Commissioner of Police said that they have not questioned this man, nor arrested him, or done anything. He just said the police, the Financial Crime Unit, and the SEC are doing this investigation. The police said the SEC doing an investigation and they're waiting for them to tell them what to do. That's what the police said today. The Commissioner of Police. They're waiting for the SEC to tell them what to do. So in other words, the SEC is the one investigating. Continue. Because our country is in trouble.
Bahamas did not have sole oversight of the FTX's worldwide operation. And I repeat that. The Bahamas did not have sole oversight of FTX's worldwide operation.
He just said the Bahamas does not have sole oversight of the FTX worldwide operation. We're not worried about the worldwide operation. We're worried about what you do here.
They always do that though.
If Kentucky here has a problem and they have a food problem or they have a safety and sanitation problem, will you come up and now say, well, we didn't have oversight of Kentucky around the world? You deal with whatever is happening here.
Exactly.
If ESSO has an oil spill here in the Bahamas, What are you talking about?
Oh,
What are you talking about, ESO worldwide? These people still think that we are our father's generation, that we are stupid. They think that we are stupid to the point where they could just say anything and we can go to hell. Because they even saying do nothing anyway. That's what they think. How do y'all feel so far?
About his speech about the whole.
Whatever he has just said. Yeah, what he's talking about now.
Brave is speaking, and I don't even think Brave know what he's saying. I know that he's speaking like he don't even believe the own words that are coming out of his mouth. So for me, he's not believable at all.
But they wrote this down. It's like he slipped off. They wrote his reading.
He's just saying words.
But my thing is,
Empty words.
if it was like our parents, if they didn't read or didn't have information at hand, this is why it's important for the freedom of information at hand. But because we didn't know certain things, these words they fall on their affairs right now. Because he ain't making no sense, and you're gonna find out shortly why he ain't making no sense.
Let's continue.
I've given directions that the proceedings and investigations in our country are to be of the highest order and given precedence, given the amounts involved, and because committed and rigorous oversight is of national importance. We will be coordinating these efforts with duly appointed authorities in other jurisdictions.
He said that they'll be coordinating with authorities in other jurisdictions. Now, I heard the Commissioner of Police talk today, and he has not spoken to any enforcement from any other country. He's not spoken to law enforcement from any other country, and you don't know what they're doing or what their intentions are. But yeah. But Brave Davis' words and the Commissioner of Police words
are once again conflicting.
Mm-hmm.
They are conflicting. That's their usual.
Someone lying. The two can't be telling the truth. Let's continue.
The key priority for us, of course, is the full and absolute protection of the rights and remedies of the Bahamas and our citizens, to minimize losses and to mitigate the overall impact caused by any misconduct. Madam Speaker, there have been both booms and busts in the world of crypto, and this year has been a significant bust, with total market capitalization falling from $3 trillion to 800 million or lower.
So again, this man is talking about boom and bust in the crypto market. What that have to do with FBF and his fraud? What does that have to? Someone make that make sense to me, please. Y'all help me.
Not using the word fraud.
To me, even if the market has crashed, it shouldn't have led to the FTX specifically being charged with criminal offenses as it relates to the financial sector. So both of those do not have anything to do with each other. The government did not do their due diligence and investigating these people and also putting themselves in a position where they understand the background of a kid.
Wow.
They got swung from a kid.
They didn't get swing. They was trying to suck money. They didn't care what happened. They was just trying to suck all the money they could out of this fella.
Because of his age.
Or we can get to the deep stuff right now. We just gotta let y'all hear from Brave first and analyze this, but we can slap them with some documents in a minute. Slap them with it. Documents I don't think they thought we could have got our hands on.
They should know better. They should know better.
My Lord. But they can learn tonight.
Deep sell-offs and declining volumes have led analysts to describe this time as a crypto winter. Might I just point out as well that tech companies are also having its challenges. So, for example, Meta, which was Facebook, and Amazon, not crypto companies, of course, but tech companies, have laid off thousands and also shared significant market capital over the last couple months.
What does Facebook laying off staff have to do with SBF keeping their customers' money?
It's the flesh, you know, Danny.
Because, Bahamians are easily distracted. If, you can say anything to the public and they just buy it and they just go with it, then wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
Let's continue. And there might be one or two people who fall for that, I want to see the people who fall for that. That's what I want to see. That's what I really want to sit down. That'd be so entertaining. I want to sit down and just listen to them. I want to sit at their feet and just analyze their thinking. And then let some scientists just take them and dissect them, because they're a special breed. Because I'm sure it's someone with a PLP shirt sitting down right now saying, oh, that's my Prime Minister. That was such a good speech. Oh, he got to get up. That's my good Christian Prime Minister.
When I read on Facebook the other day, someone made a comment and say, oh, y'all ain't talking about all the jobs they provided for that year. A lot of Bahamians ate off the job due to FTX. They had to hire Bahamians to work in the office.
Yeah. To help FTX thief all this money. That's a good job. The people who working for the drug dealer, that's a job too, That's jobs. 90 was providing. Oh, that's great, fine. 90 was providing jobs. And he was giving out a lot of stuff. He bought school books for the children. He had paid school fee. He took care of those people in Rock Russia. All right. So why you lock him up? Right? We have a problem with his jobs. Anyway, let's get back to the old guy.
So we have to recognize that these are challenging times.
We have to recognize that these are challenging times. So SBF and his criminal fraud ring is because of challenging times. So maybe FTF was just doing bad. Maybe he lost his job. Maybe that's what the Prime Minister is saying. Maybe FTF lost his job, or maybe he got laid off from Meta, and he was having challenging times, so he committed all these fraud around the world and used the Bahamas to do it. Maybe that's what the Prime Minister is saying.
But it ain't challenging times when they're ready to take their trips. But he has literally It ain't challenging times when you have Bahamians living out cars, can't find jobs, don't know where the next dollar coming from. You have mothers out here struggling. It ain't challenging time for them, but you have time to make excuses for somebody who you sanction in the country.
Okay, let's have some more from Flying Philip. We're halfway through. We'll be back. Then we'll read some documents. Ladies and gentlemen, Flying Philip.
As to many others, that blockchain technology and smart contracts will continue to play an important and growing role in the world's financial architecture. And further, I have every confidence that the Bahamas will emerge from the proceedings involving FTX, proceedings taking place here as well in other jurisdictions, with an enhanced. The Bahamas will emerge with an enhanced reputation as a solid digital.
He couldn't even say that.
He had the double back.
He couldn't even say he had the double back. He said, oh Lord Jesus, God could charge me if I say this one. God is going to charge me if I say this. Should I say it? Man, let's double back on Brave too. Let's double back. And he uses his hands and his fingers, and he had to dig in to say that. I can say it.
That's his favorite move, though.
I can tell this lie. When he won't lie. Never Brave lying. Whenever Brave is lying, boy, whenever, let's show them the move. See, this right here. Whenever Brave is lying, this right here. I am lying, y'all. Lying. God, please believe me, because it's hard for me to say this. It's hard. Oh my God. If you don't lie, sorry. If you don't laugh, you'll cuss. Let's watch Brave say it again.
In the world's financial architecture. And further, I have every confidence that the Bahamas will emerge from the proceedings involving FTX. Proceedings taking place here as well in other jurisdictions with an enhanced, the Bahamas will emerge with an enhanced reputation as a solid digital asset jurisdiction. Based on the analysis and understanding of the FTX liquidity crisis to date, we have not identified any deficiencies in our regulatory framework that could have avoided this. In fact,
he said that they have not identified any deficiencies in our regulations that could have avoided this. Now, we read the law yesterday, and section 11 of that shows the financial background and the financial part of this whole thing. And reading that, it was laughable, to say the least. That is more than an insult to the Bain people. You know, to see what they have to go through. You have to go through more than that to open up a coconut stand on the side of the road.
Exactly.
I will tell you, I'm going to read section 11 of it. I'm going to read it again. I won't put it up on the screen, but it says 11, financial requirements of digital assets business. It says registrants shall meet all financial requirements as may be prescribed. So whatever they prescribe or don't prescribe, you just have to, if they say you don't have to meet no financial requirements, and they didn't prescribe anything, so they didn't ask you for nothing. So then,
Wow.
that's the regulation.
And
This your country. I only passing through. You know, this the old Bahamas. I'll be gone in a minute. I out of this. Yeah. Listen, we leaving all the brave them in the old Bahamas. We finished with that. Let's continue.
it was because the Bahamas already had in place a regulatory framework for digital assets and digital asset businesses that the regulator was able to take the immediate steps that they have done in order to protect the interests of clients, creditors, and other stakeholders globally.
He says because of the laws that we already have placed, the digital asset law, this new amazing law, that is why they were able to step in and take steps to stop what was happening. We always had laws to deal with fraud. We always did. We didn't need anything special for that. It's nice that they put stuff in place to be able to close down companies that are committing fraud, but that was always the case. This won't be the first company that they did that with. I don't know who he's trying to impress or fool. Y'all believe him? Anyone?
I don't. I don't believe.
Don't be mean to the Prime Minister, please.
I don't believe anything on a very big this month. Absolutely nothing.
It's the fact that everybody who was involved with FTX was literally connected to the PLG, to this government. Everybody from top to bottom. I think even the janitress there. Even the janitor, everybody connected. Everybody, family, friends, and lovers.
It was a circle.
Wow. All right, back to finish.
The Bahamas was already on track to update the regulatory framework before year's end to address lessons.
He said, there's nothing they can find in their law that was a problem, the causes happened, but he say, but we was already on track to update it to solve the problem. Like, he contradicting himself in the same sentence.
If it wasn't exposed on a global scale, this would have gotten swept right underneath the rug.
Wow.
You would have never known.
Wow. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
As a result of this year's crypto winter, no doubt, as the various jurisdictions involved unravel the actions that led to this moment, we will be among the first jurisdictions to gain and put to use valuable insights, allowing us to further strengthen our framework. What I would ask, Madam Speaker, what you would ask is for all those who care about our country's reputation to tread carefully when they speak about matters that are very complex and still unfolding.
Yes. Ray can tell you all.
If you care.
Easy. Listen, if you want to live in this country, right? Anything that happens that affects this country on a global scale, you're not complex about that. But he's saying to you, and we think so dumb. You all get complex, so you all don't talk about it because you all don't know nothing about it. So shit. I want to say what he really said to you. But then you all kept stealing. He really say your dear pretty black monkeys. Do not. You all hear what he say, right? It's too complex. Why you all talking about it? You all don't understand what's happening. I understand what teething is. No? Sorry. Nobody try to lie when you get back. That's not fun.
He said, if you care about this country, if Brave David said, you cared about this country, you would not have put us in this situation. Exactly. This government would not have put us in this situation. What do you mean that we shouldn't talk about it? What do you mean by that? What is that supposed to mean? Who committed the sin? Who embarrassed the church? The pastor who was raping the little boys, or the people who spoke out about it? Who did wrong? You don't want the people to talk about the pastor who is raping the little boys. Just let him keep doing it because you don't want to embarrass the church. That's how these little boys got raped for decades and decades, until one of them got fed up and just killed the pastor. An investigation trying to figure out why someone would kill a good, sweet, decent pastor. And then they found out, oh, not only did he rape this little boy that grew up to be an adult and came back to get him, but he raped many, many boys. And they covered it up. Well, the Progressive Liberal Party and the Free National Movement has been raping this country for decades. For decades. And it's time we speak up or it will continue. We must speak up or the rape and robbery will continue. So Brave, you are not going to silence any Bahamians. We are not our parents. This is a new generation. Let's hear the rest from flying.
The reason that the Bahamas won international praise for the approach we have taken to date on digital assets. And there is plenty of room to have a healthy debate about the industry. But this is a story that has the world's attention. And those who use it to mislead and score cheap political points are no patriots. So I invite all of us, as I've said, just to tread carefully as we speak about this matter, as things are still unfolding. They're still unfolding. Madam Speaker.
You dig it?
I could.
You dig it?
Speaker, I'd like to play
I'd like to.
communication.
You're looking for a pen. Look at it.
Yeah, I'm a pen right here.
Yes, give him so yes, give him one. But the pen was right there. What are you looking for? man lying so long, in Wonderland so long, he forget he had a pen right in his pocket. He all about digging up looking for a pen.
Listen, I have one. Yeah. What do you mean by tread carefully though?
Well, you
That's
just
what he's talking to.
go in the corner and shut
It means
Tread
the
carefully.
government will deal with you, will victimize you, will arrest you, will do whatever it has to do if you touch them, because they so caught up in this, they need this to go away. Well, guess what? It ain't going away.
talking to government workers now.
Let me try something. Let me try something. You should turn to me. That's quick second. I gonna try something. You talking to me? Tread carefully, you know. Which one? I said, I don't want to play it.
The word to the wise is sufficient.
Sorry, man. John, that's what he's doing. He pointing your face and he telling you tread carefully.
This is bad.
I don't want no smoke.
Now, this is where we can take next. You got to hear Brave voice one more time, because this is going to set up for the rest of what we're going to talk about. All right, so you got to hear Flying Philip one more time. There was a conference that what its name is, SBFI, and it was the Bahamas Crypto Conference. That's where he took $3,000 to $6,000 from Bainians to attend this conference. But and they just sit down and if I could show the video, they didn't say nothing. You didn't learn nothing with crypto there. They literally just sit down and talk to him, and he ain't talk with nothing. And people paid for that. Oh Lord, I wish I could have downloaded the videos for you all to see.
I'm not surprised.
But
we have a video floating about a Ponzi scheme. He's an old Ponzi schemer. That's what we got in there.
Wow.
An old Ponzi schemer.
So this is Brave Davis in his speech, and I want y'all to see what he focused on at this conference when he spoke. He is bringing this man to this country. They're going into this new venture, and watch of all the inspirational things that Brave could talk about the Bahamas. He talked about the Bahamas, you know. He's introducing the Bahamas to the world, to these people. I think all kind of celebrities there. Bill Clinton was there.
Yeah.
All kind of big people were there. And let me show you what Bill brought up. You all ready for this? Okay, I can play a piece of it. Here we go. This the Prime Minister.
Bahamas. We are so delighted to host this conference, which brings together many of the most interesting thinkers in the world of crypto. I grew up on an island called Cat Island, one of our country's family violence. When I was running around the beautiful island with bare feet, causing trouble, I already had big dreams for my country, though I can't claim that I was pleasant enough to dream about distributed ledgers and fintech. But I've caught on since, and I believe that crypto innovations are going to have a transformative impact across many industries. I'll say from the start, we may be a small country, but we don't intend to let that limit the scope of our ambition. In fact, our history is one of invention, disruption, resilience, and innovation.
What did he say our history is? You have some big words there. I want you to hear those words again, and then see what he's talking about. Let's see.
Resilience and innovation.
Something, resilience, and innovation, right?
Disruption.
All right. So you all heard those words. Now watch what he means by that.
Consider as just one of the many examples, the establishment of the Pirate Republic in the early 1700s by the famous Blackbeard and others. Yes, the Republic of Pirates wreaked havoc on trade and shipping in the West Indies. But long before the American and French revolutions, these pirates were elected and removed.
The pirates, may you understand?
A republic of pirates?
Brave Davis
He's the captain.
said we are
He
the
is
Republic
captain.
of Pirates.
He is the captain, and he is the captain.
What's the big words he used?
Wow.
Brilliance, innovation.
Wow.
We are the Republic
Wow.
of Pirates.
On the boat, like the.
Yes, not the birds.
That man called us a bunch of thieves.
So he even brought up Black Bear.
Crypto corporate.
To talk about us as a country, our innovation. So obviously, he had to know something was going on. He had to know. There's more. I don't want to play the rest of that. So I guess we go from the pirate republic to the bootleg republic to the drug dealing republic to now the crypto fraud republic. Brave brought that up.
Brave, stop talking, please. Please go sit
At this conference
Brave,
to talk about that we are a republic of pirates.
No.
So Brave must have known because he brought it up at the conference. And on Sunday, I can play the whole thing and play the rest of it because I wanted you all to see the young man SPF talking at this conference. You know, and you could look at him and see. Anyway, on Sunday, because I want to get to the documents. You want to get to the documents?
Yeah, you want to get to the documents.
No, when you have Brave talk more. So we can put him in a white jacket.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. Now, you all witnessed Brave David say to the Parliament of this country that FTX has one company in this country, and that company has been suspended, and then preliminary, insolvency. They freeze their assets, they breaking their neck and strangling them. He said, how much company is?
One. 100.
What if I told you that Brave Davis lied?
Oh no.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
No, you can't not be surprised. Prime Minister son, especially the PMP said.
You're reading Brave will lie without
not decent, Brave.
He would lie to Jesus.
Oh Lord, give the man a chance.
Let's start. We're sharing the screen now. You can look back there and look at the screen and see what's going on. Oh my God, why does it open? Who hacked my computer?
Where you going?
There it is. All right.
They tried.
So this is the FTX company, right? Now, he said there was one. How many FTX companies do y'all see there? I can see him. Music.
George. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I see 4.
FTX Property Holdings Limited. Property Holdings Limited. What's that for? For holding properties. FTX Digital Markets Limited. That's the one he mentioned. FTX Bahamas Ventures Limited. FTX Digital Markets Bahamas Limited.
Maybe they ain't the same FTX. If numbers like they following each other closely.
The government would allow two companies with the same name.
I tell you, I believe Brave is lying. This man lives the lie.
So this is FTX, and your lying prime minister said that there's one company. Now I want you all to see when this search was done, because I don't want people to think we just start looking into this FTX thing. I've been telling you all for months, this company is a problem. This don't make no sense. And in July, I pulled out. fully. I've been on top of this. Our team been on top of this long time. It's a whole search. All right, I want you all. So been watching this company. So let's continue. So that's FTX company. So let's look at some of FTX and let's take you all on a little journey.
We following
Okay.
we following the rabbit or the money?
We following everything.
Yes, we going down the
We
rabbit.
following everything.
Well, get ready.
All right, this one to be serious. Oh God, so much to see right now. All right. Okay, FTX Digital Markets. Let's open this. Let's open this little document right here. Okay, FTX Digital Markets Limited. Okay, international business company. Okay, the agent is Clement T. Maynard and Company. That's Allison Maynard's law firm. Former Attorney General, member of the Progressive Liberal Party. Okay, that's her law firm. That's her brother, Clement T. Maynard III, etc., etc. So this is a PLP law firm. All right, and that's where they're located, etc. And so this, stay with me now. This is where they registered. They registered the name of this company in, when is this?
March. March the
March
3rd or May.
March the 3rd of May, or one of them 2022 anyway, this year, right? So earlier this year, they registered this company. Earlier this year. That's the Bahamas Limited, okay? So let's look at some more stuff. You want to see something else? All right, I want y'all to pay close attention. I want y'all to see, again, who the shareholders are. FTX Digital Markets Limited. All right? Clement T. Maynard, again, is a company. But look who the shareholders are. Orion Limited and EOS Limited. All right?
What is the agent's address? What is the agent's address?
That's the law firm, where the law firm is on Shirley Street. So Orion Limited and EOS Limited. All right? I want you to remember that. Someone write that down. All right? Write that down. That's what Dr. March say. Write this down. Orion Limited and EOS Limited. All right? So that's this company. That's who owns the company. But you see what they did. They didn't put it in specific names. They put it in companies so you wouldn't know if you just go and search. So they could hide who owns this. None of them says, what's the boy name? Sam.
Oh, Sam.
But guess what we did? We got to the bottom of this because we're going to show you who they are. But first, we can show you some skullduggery. But first, we get there in a minute. Stay tuned. All right. So let's go. Let's keep going. All right. Not there yet. Let's go here. All right. That's the asset. So I showed you that, but I wanted you to see something else. These are some assets, right? And you see who was doing the buy-in. FTX Property Holdings. Remember that company? Mm-hmm. So how could they seize? Notice what he said. They have one company and they seize all the assets. And he named the company. It wasn't FTX Property Holdings. So they haven't seized anything. That is why he is able to still have this thing on the market for sale. This is how scandalous our government is. And while they're talking about they have all confidence in the regulator, this and that, they are tricking us. The government of the Bahamas is tricking us. And so these are the companies. This is the search. And this system has been down for more than 2 months. So we ain't just do the search. This system was down from September or so. You can't even do searches right now. So this, we've been searched this. So here, Albanita, FTX Property Holdings, FTX Property Holdings, look at all of them. FTX Property Holdings, FTX Property Holdings. So none of that is seized. What did the Prime Minister say? One company that they have seized. He is playing sleight of hands. They're tricking the Bahamian people.
As usual.
$74 million
As usual.
in property.
As usual.
Let me show you something else.
These properties or were they given to him?
They say he purchased them outright. That's what they say. I can't swear for what happened. They say he purchased these properties. So these condominiums, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But this is going to get dirty. We're going to get there in a minute. So you can look at all of these properties. So Bayside Estates, Albany Community Association, all these properties. You see this one here for $30 million. We think that that's the one he's selling for $40 million now. That would be amazing that in a few months, you get $10 million profit. That's major. Let's keep going. This now is a conveyance. This is a conveyance. Yeah, we got it. Received from Abaco Law Limited. Conveyance. December 2021. $2 million. From James Petroselli to Samuel Benjamin Fry. Now, Freed. So this one he purchased in his name. You see? So he's able to pull this. New Providence in the Western District, Lot 5 and 6, Unit 311. It was entered January. So, right? So here it is. Documents. Alcoa Limited. Who's this? Julian Boswick. Okay. Or is that Julian? No, that's Julian.
That's Julian.
That's Julian? Okay. West Bay Street, Bougainville Avenue, New Providence. Okay. Conveyance. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, that's in One Cable Beach. This is right opposite where Perry Christie, the former Prime Minister, lives. All right, this is right opposite his place. So he has Unit 311. We should go visit that tomorrow. Unit 311 there. All right. And so this is the documents, the sealed documents. Let me pull this up. Okay, what we got here? What we got here? 1st December. All right. Wait. Yeah, there's something important on this document right here that a lot of people wouldn't notice. See this right here? This law firm. You see what's here? Lennox Payton. Lennox Payton. It's a law firm, right? That was involved in the sale of this property. But guess who is also the liquidator? Brian Sims from Lennox Payton. How the hell?
Can you sell? So you sell to yourself?
Only in the Commonwealth of Narnia.
So you sold to yourself?
So, no, he didn't sell himself, but the liquidator who was responsible for shutting down his company, liquidated and selling the property, is conflicted.
That's true.
And so to solve this problem, instead of removing him as liquidator, they went to the court and asked to add 2 more liquidators. Not move him, add 2 more liquidators, because he still won't be a part of this. Because these liquidators is gonna divvy out these properties and make sure their people get whatever. That's what could happen. All right? And so the same people who sold this property is now the liquidator. Only in the Bahamas. And they're saying that they have confidence in the regulators when they stop the license of one company and stop the assets of that company. The problem is that company don't have no assets. They did a different company to hold assets.
Oh my God.
A different company. And then let me show you what else they did. Now, buckle your seatbelts. So obviously, sometime around September, October, this man started to know that his company was in problem and about to fold up. He was out there trying to raise money, 10 to 20 billion dollars to save them. He couldn't get that. You know, he knew that they were in problems. That's why he left Hong Kong in the first place, because Hong Kong would have had him locked up already. He wouldn't have been, only because he's in the corrupt Bahamas, the police have not spoken to him, they've not dealt with him, nothing has happened. Okay? And because of all the politically connected people who are involved with him. Otherwise, he would have been locked up already. Let me tell you what he did. Now, the Prime Minister said, it's one company, right? One company. How much? One. What he did was, he started forming other companies in October.
You mean it was just
October.
We're just going.
We're just gone. October, just gone. So I want you all to pay attention to this. While he knew that they were about to fold up, he tried to introduce another whole company. Remember Almeida, the other company that he owns in the States? He formed Almeida here in the Bahamas last month.
Okay, so
I think he started to realize that, hold on, all these other companies say FTX, they might catch on to that. Let me form another company, Almeida,
That's a discount.
as a distraction. So let's go. This is my notes. I'm gonna let you all see my notes, all right? I'll let you all see my notes. This is my notes. Now, company, Almeida Property Holdings. He started with the property holdings again. That was incorporated in the 19th October 2022. Almeida Property Holdings. Let's verify that. All right. There it is. Almeida. This is the government website. Almeida Property Holdings, Bahamas Limited. All right. Again, Clementi Maynard, same law firm. But now you'll get to see some stuff. All right. Registration number. Look when. So October. So the second number is the month. October 19, 2022. That's
a month ago. Less than a month.
Less than a month ago. 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
They already have the escape route.
You might as well say, because when this whole thing went down, what's the date? So 2 weeks before going belly up. Because they had been belly up for over a week. So let's say 2 weeks before they went belly up, he formed another company so that they could start moving stuff around. And that's what they're doing right now, while the government is stalling and not questioning him and not doing anything. The government is giving him a chance to hide stuff, and their PLP supporters and coonies, the Maynards and other persons involved, a chance to switch stuff around and hide stuff. I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute. And so this is October 19, 2022. He just formed Almeida Property Holdings. So let's keep going. Let's go back to my notes. All right. So the company's active, share capital there. Look who the shareholders of Almeida is. Orion Limited. You wrote that down, right? And EOS Limited. That's the shareholders. All right. That's the shareholders. Orion. Okay. And they formed another company called Almeida Research Bahamas Limited. Because remember, in the States is Almeida Research. Right. So this Almeida Research Bahamas Limited. All right. Registration date. You all hold on to your pants. You all holding on?
You say 2 days ago. What the day is?
Yesterday.
I believe it.
After everything was freezed, hey, let's form another company so that we can move more stuff around. Because while these listen, I haven't paid off the whole government and they ain't gonna do nothing. Let's form another company and move some stuff around. Let's look. Oh, same law firm, Clement T. Maynard and Company. All right?
In the name of all that's good. Okay, I have so much. Okay, question.
No questions yet. No questions yet. We gotta keep going. Hold on.
I can't take it no more.
Hold on. So Almeida Research Bahamas Limited. Look who the shareholders are. Wait. Who the shareholders are? You see it?
No.
The same shareholders as FTX, as all the FTX companies, and as the Almeida companies.
I want to know.
All of them are in the same spot.
Who want yours?
That could be me too.
That's what you need to know.
I need to know that.
You want the truth?
It might any break chance in it.
You can't handle the truth.
Can't handle it.
You can't handle the
I
truth.
mean, I
Let me go on over here.
You have it?
Go away from here. Who needs to?
oh my God. Bring us to get seasick. I'm going no more way. This.
Okay, so here we go. Let's keep going.
Yes.
All right, y'all hold on to your seats. All right. So let's go. So remember we said Almeida. Now let's go down. See who these shareholders are, Arian Limited, and so all of them is Arian and yours, right? Arian and yours. So who owns Arian Limited?
We have that. Man, like,
You know why you always got the goods.
Let's see.
All right. This company was incorporated in the 22nd of November 1994. This is a company that's been around. All right. That means they use this Arian because this is where it looks like the PLPs hide their stuff. So here are the shareholders. Here are the shareholders of Arian Limited. The shareholders are EOS Limited and Clement T. Maynard III. The lawyer. EOS Limited and Clement T. Maynard III. The directors of Arian Limited are Clement T. Maynard III, Director and President, Heather Maynard, Director, and Metered Limited as the Secretary. So a company is the Secretary.
Not a company take notes and phone calls, man. Who's head is Clement White?
That's the Bahamas.
I can't take this.
So EOS. Let's look at EOS. Again, the registered agent is Clement T. Maynard. All right, EOS Limited. And the incorporation date, again, it's a whole company, 22nd November 1994. They started on the same day. So let's look at these vehicles that they use for this.
These are special vehicles he's talking about.
So the shareholders of EOS Limited are Orion Limited and Clement T. Maynard. So they own each other. The companies own each other.
Wow.
The directors are the same. Let's keep going. Almeida Research Limited. All right. Almeida Research. Let's keep going. Oh, that's it. Almeida Research Limited. That's the other company. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Sweet Jesus.
these people, this is Alison Maynard, her brother, her family. This is a PLP family. And this is a whole PLP operation. All right. This is a whole Progressive Liberal Party operation. And this is why
He's out the job.
they have not been touched. For
Great.
no other reason. The police dare not go near. The SEC is twiddling their fingers and lying to the international community that this, because see, the international community don't know what it means to be a Maynard. They don't know that this is a political family. They don't know that. And when they see these companies, they don't know what that means. So they can tell any lie and say, oh, we're investigating, while they're doing nothing. But documents don't lie. Here they are, official documents. And so they formed a bunch of companies and recently formed this Almeida company in order to deceive the Bahamian public. And the prime minister went and lied to the whole world and told them specifically, this man has one company. When the truth is,
I found at least 9.
all he got is companies.
Companies, our own company.
A company was a secondary exotic company.
And this is a big tangle up. The Progressive Liberal Party has found itself in a major entanglement.
So what steps, what just do next? What is next? What is that? What, if the police ain't in touchdown, the commission, what it is? If the FCC waiting on the police report or whoever waiting on them.
We need to get on the phone to the international community. You see how the Progressive Liberal Party operates, because they're like a mafia organization. They do their dirt, but they find specific persons to do the dirt that is not actively in politics and not the leader of the party. So that if something happens and they get kept, they can say, oh, that's just someone on the outskirts. All right, that's what they do. They have either the rookie politicians do certain things, or they have other people who are on the periphery of the party, but you know that's the party insiders who do their dirt. So that they could say, oh, we get rid of Allison and them, they finish. Yeah, they was doing this foolishness. Oh, Lord, Brave didn't know. The Brave didn't know. Why did he come and participate in this lie? He would not have participated. He would not go into the whole world and say, this man have one company, and that company was suspended.
Wow.
You see?
And the lies just keep getting exposed.
Like, how much more we have to?
See, they lie like children. They'll tell a lie. That lie is going to be solved in like 2 minutes, but they don't care. They just had to tell a lie. Just to say something. And the whole world is watching.
I don't know when the Bahamian people are gonna stop hiring these beggars. You all love beggars.
Y'all give me one phone, please. We gotta open the lines. We gotta hear what people have to say.
Oh my God.
I hate
We know the line
I
they could
hate-
call. We give we know the line people could call in.
Anita.
If you have information as it relates to this matter, if you have any information, please call now. Let's put this information out there, even though we are under threat by the Prime Minister to tread carefully. So in other words, he was like, shut up. All right. Now, I want you all to notice something. I want you to notice something. Sam wasn't a shareholder in any of these companies.
Not a stop. Yes, Lord. I think that's a time.
Sam is scot-free because you're Bahamians who are part of this political party who is governing the country did the dirt.
Wow.
So he's free, safe.
Not only he is safe, he thought he was safe, but he outsmarted himself. Now, if the Bahamas have anything to do with it, they can cover this up. And then he would be safe. But not only these properties you say he has, we are now being told, and we're still investigating, that the Wynn property over, we have pictures of it, but I can't put it up now. The Wynn property is opposite the Prime Minister's office. The Wynn structure they're building is not finished yet. We are told, and we're still investigating, that he bought 15 to 17 units in that place. He bought them. The only thing he had to do was pay, it was some fees he had to pay, but in terms of the purchase price of the property, he paid all of them off. What they said he is doing, and we're investigating, and I'm going to say this so the government knows that we know. They are putting properties right now. They are putting properties in Bahamians' name. They are transferring things in the name of Bahamians who are willing to put it in their name. or in their company name, in their whatever name, right now. He has properties in the wind, and one of the names that was called that he has properties there in is Holly person, the last name. He has 2 properties on Paradise Island, and he has many other properties around town that fella they call drug dealer Ben or Benjamin, that he has a bunch of properties, and these PLPs names I call it, that he has a bunch of properties being that he's holding for this FTX people. They are hiding his assets right now. And so if anyone in the international community is listening, we do not need this government or any regulatory body in this country investigating this matter. We need help. We need help. Our government is corrupt. We need help. The Prime Minister went today and lied in the House of Assembly. He needs to resign immediately.
He needs to resign.
They disgrace our house.
You need to resign.
Philip Brave Davis, we are not afraid of anything that you can do unto us, because you can't touch us unless our Father turns us over to you. We are crying out to the international community. We need help with this. This is extremely political. The Commissioner of Police has admitted that they have not even questioned this gentleman yet. How are you doing an investigation? You have not even questioned the culprit. How is that even remotely possible?
Just basically disappear into the air.
Because they don't have a suspect. There's no suspect. Which means I can believe that was a crime.
Just
But
basically
there's
just
no
want to disappear.
investigation.
Yeah,
Tired.
Charlie.
Wow.
And then us as the Bahamian people just get to watch them make other decisions concerning this country, and they don't even have our best interests at all. It's about them, their friends, and their lovers, and their family, and whoever else.
Ladies and gentlemen, call it now. 577-4158, 577-4158. You can call in. Now you can see why my computer was being hacked before we went live on this show. Now you can see why our live was shut down when we went live initially. 577-4158. The number is on the screen. Call us in. We are in serious trouble in this country. The PLP is continuing where they left off. Remember, the government announced that they were taking all of our carbon credits. All this carbon credits talks that they were talking, that they heard me talking about, they realized that there's big money in it. They came out and talked about how valuable this is. And they announced to you, the Bahamian people, that they were turning these carbon credits over to FTX, that they would have been launched by December, by the end of the year, they said.
And you said that in July.
Yes.
And it's like weeks before the end. So
They said by the end of the year, they would have turned our carbon credits over to the scammer.
Wow.
And he was going to be benefiting 80%. It's 51% plus more. 80%. The Bahamian government would have kept 20%. He would have used our carbon credits as an asset class to be able to prop up his company, because he had no assets in the company. And so he was trying to break off running from Hong Kong, etc. And he was doing it by coming to the Bahamas, bribing everybody he could. He bribed the police. He bribed government officials. He bribed charities, came out giving away money. And it wasn't big money, you know. If you really calculated it, it was, we sold out for so cheap for a bowl of porridge.
Actually, it was locked down. Tablets.
The police took some tablets.
They say smart tablets.
Okay?
Smart tablets.
577-4158 is the phone number. 577-4158. Let me make sure this ain't on. Okay. I see a call coming in. It's on silent. I'm sorry, we couldn't hear your calls. But let me. Good afternoon, you're live.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Bain.
Good evening.
Can our government officials just go out there and trade our natural resources and allow the country, well, not the country, but allow the government to only receive a certain percentage and allow foreigners to receive the majority? How does that benefit the people? But first, before you answer that, shouldn't the government come to the people as it relates to our natural resources and how it should be used or distributed, and who should be able to take part, who should be able to partake in it?
I didn't hear the last part. The last question. Oh Lord, I missed the last question. You'll have to call back in. Did you have a question?
I think she was asking, if I heard correctly, she was asking, shouldn't the government come to the people so they can decide who should be allowed to partake in the distribution of our natural resources?
Everything this government is doing is in secrecy right now. They're talking about selling the hotel to someone right now, and they said they'll tell us when they can close the deal. Everything is done in secret. We heard about this whole cryptocurrency thing at COP 27. Nothing they said to the public there, they had told the Bain people. We heard it there. Good afternoon, live.
Yes, sorry, I lost connection.
Yes.
I was asking, shouldn't it refer to the Bahamian public as it relates to our natural resources and how it should be?
Yes, it should.
They have it in other countries. Are we not good enough? Are we still being looked at? The House of Parliament, and they just decide to spit out anything they want to spit out, and they don't have to present to the people, and because they decide to say so eloquently, people decide to give them a round of applause. That's my prime minister. Oh my God. When are we going to learn? 49 years, Lincoln. 49 years.
Wow.
Enough is enough. We are coming for our country. And we're not coming for jobs. We're coming for ownership. So they need to dot their I's and cross their T's and get ready because they are going to jail in North Bahamas, not in no prison. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you for your call. Yeah, that was powerful.
Yeah.
5774158. You can call us on the regular line or on WhatsApp. Either one of them. I think it's on silent. If y'all could fix this up and make sure that's straight. 557-4158. The number is on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a scandal beyond measure. We believe that the government is complicit. They played their normal tricks to hide their hand, to use persons on the periphery of their political party to do their dirt. I can see why Fred Mitchell was kind of angry, and he responded the way he did by saying, when are we going to empower Bahamians? And that's all he basically said. The prime minister skirted around this whole thing. It would have been better for him to have just said, "We made a mistake.
Right.
We are going to correct this. We are sorry." But for him to try to play us for fools and act like we are stupid, I guarantee you, not one person in the media is going to cover this tomorrow. Not one. I guarantee you.
Because they have to tread lightly.
They've been told
Yeah.
to stand down.
And I feel disrespected and insulted as a Bahamian. And I also feel that every Bahamian, after watching this live, should feel disrespected and insulted. They're basically telling us to our face that we're fools,
Yeah.
and that we'll buy into anything.
Yeah.
They're selling our birthrights right from underneath us.
And
And they're
while,
not taking any responsibility. How does it?
When is enough gonna be enough?
Man,
When is enough gonna be enough is my question.
So what you're saying is he then trying everybody up and he laying on a bean by. I would, hey, that's
and
the
he looks so
struggle and
comfy.
brave heart.
He
That's the
looks
struggle.
so comfy. I know AC in that room. I know AC in that room.
I should have been in that room, but I would have
He's
shot
happy
me up.
because brave doing all the work.
Come on, man. So, but they say they can't find him. This is a old picture, man. This was in Hong Kong. This can't be in him in Nassau.
so, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta sign up and fight. I'm gonna make sure that I try to get these documents to relevant authorities internationally. This is not adding up. It doesn't make sense. Our government is clearly compromised. And see, you don't watch what they say, watch what they do.
Yes.
The fact that they took so long to respond shows you they were complicit. Do you remember when we found the coal mining operation on the farm?
Yeah.
You know, how they took
So long.
like 3 weeks.
Before
They were ignoring it. The news wouldn't cover it. No one said a thing. And then all of a sudden they found some scheme to come with and came with military in the back there. Good afternoon, you're live.
Good night, President Bain.
Good night.
Would you advise everyone watching what you're saying right now to call all the media in the U.S. tomorrow?
Call all of them. You can give them my number, 803-5995. Everyone who has any connection to international media, call them. Let them know we have documents that show that our government is corrupt. The political party is complicit. The reason why the police isn't doing anything is it appears to be corruption. They accepted gifts and bribes from, well, not technically bribes, but gifts from this man, and he came and bribed our whole country. And our prime minister lied in parliament and said this man has one company and that they seize the assets of that company. The problem is the assets are not in the name of that company.
Wow.
They're in his personal name and the what do you call it? FTX Properties Limited. And now they're active right now transferring properties in the name of Bahamians who are willing to hold on to it for them, to front the properties for them.
Wow. Mr. Bain, we need help. And good night. Thank you very much. I'll always vote for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Brave Davis has bought out the media, and that's why he gave them jobs, got rid of Clinton and everyone else. In fact, a media mogul is in this with him. One of the owners of The Guardian, Anthony Ferguson, is who was getting all of our stuff.
Wow.
He put him in charge of the new carbon credits management company. So that part of the media is always going to justify. So if you're listening to Guardian Radio, reading The Guardian or our news or whatever, and trying to get the real story, you will not. Because the owner of the stations, one of them, the partner, they're a part of this. So now the media is caught up in this whole scandal. He made another media personality an ambassador. That's Wendell Jones from Love 97 radio. I think the newspaper shut down. Another media owner from Eyewitness News, he made an ambassador.
Yeah.
He gave several persons in the media, senior persons, he gave them jobs, created jobs for them to pay them off. Made some other talk show host ambassadors to silence them. I want to say this to all of my young media reporters out there. My young media reporters. This is your chance to shine, to stand up and do something for this country. Don't bow. Good afternoon, you're live. Good afternoon, you're live.
Good afternoon.
Go ahead, you're live. Good night. Go ahead. Go ahead. I guess I'll take the other line. Good afternoon, you're live.
Good night, Mr. Bain and your guest.
Hi.
Yes. Good night. I'd like to say, as a nation, we are a set of people that put stuff on party colors because after 49 years of independent government.
Go ahead. Why are all our calls dropping?
That's strange.
Why are all our calls dropping? Okay, let's go back to. Good afternoon, you're live.
Yeah. Good night.
Go ahead, you're live.
Yeah, the media, I think it makes sense to try and reach like Fox because that's really the only media with really covering this FTX story.
Yes.
Just watching the international news.
We're losing you. Oh man. Good afternoon, you're live.
Yeah, sorry, you got cut off. Like I was saying, after 49 years of governance, independent governance, I would say, or supposed to be independent governance, we have a problem with keeping the electricity on. But as a nation, we need to get away from the two political parties who are.
The calls are dropping like crazy. We are under attack, y'all. Good afternoon, you're live.
Yeah.
I don't know what keeps happening.
Yeah.
Go ahead, talk fast.
But yeah, like I said, like this guy, he known for being with like big, huge Democrats, like the Clintons and all that. Like, he
Yes.
with them, like he's the second highest the Democrat exit George. So this thing they with him.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we know what's up with that. So we're gonna do what we have to do. All right. So for everyone who is out there, please, we need everyone who has any contact with any international person, congresspersons, senators, anyone, to let them know exactly what is going on here. Let them know that our government is complicit and that we need change. They seem to think that by us exposing what is going on and speaking the truth about what is happening, that is going to hurt our country. No, it won't. If the international community believes that when our government fails, the people are going to stand up and right the wrongs, they will have more confidence in us. The international community keeps putting us on blacklists because our leaders are corrupt and they know it. And you heard the same leader out there telling the international community that they are harassing us because we're black. No, it's not because we're black. It's because we're corrupt.
He just said that we are a republic of pirates.
His words.
A republic of
We're
pirates.
the republic of pirates. And we have ingenuity as it relates to that, bending the system, going around the system. And if you listen to when they were actually doing the seminar, I have the video, they were actually talking about it and saying how America has to catch on and they have to find ways around the system and this and that. They were talking about that. And the prime minister is sitting right there.
I honestly believe and pray that he honestly thought it made sense because he find one thief to go and find some more thieves and bring them on board. I believe.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be strong backlash. The Progressive Party and their trolls are going to attack me viciously. I couldn't care less. I care about one thing, about saving our nation and saving our country. All right? So let's be strong and let's stand up for what is right. Let's not support wrong. Let's not be those mothers whose son killed someone else's child. And we're talking about my good son, my good prime minister, my foot. Y'all know exactly what was going on. Y'all know what y'all were doing. And the fact that they were forming companies last month.
Yesterday.
My Lord. Up to yesterday.
Last month.
Yesterday.
24 hours.
Yesterday.
Y'all was yesterday forming companies.
But man, y'all investigating. Man, Jesus, hold on.
Listen, let the international community know that they are trying to hide all of this man's assets. We don't know if he is here. A proper investigation needs to be done. He is not under arrest. No one has questioned him because he has bought out the Bahamas. As simple as that. The Prime Minister says we don't need to be doing this for political brownie points. This is not about politics. We got to save our country. Man, y'all keep embarrassing us. This same Prime Minister's name was called in the Peter Nygaard saga that is now in New York. The same man. Now with this again? This isn't about politics. It's about we got to save our country, man.
Tired of it.
We tired of y'all embarrassing us. While y'all getting rich, while y'all living. And y'all getting volunteers from around y'all to do y'all dirty work, to hide these properties and get paid to do it. People are being paid to hide properties right now. Taking the money out of crypto, cashing out, and buying property. Again, Bahamas, not one of those companies is in his name. Not even the one that they froze. Not even the one the Prime Minister mentioned. No, not one.
It's alleged that Sam was creating his own money through the FTT coins.
Well, that's not alleged. He was treating FTT like that was like it was money.
He was creating his own imaginary money.
All right, so I think we got to end it there. But ladies and gentlemen, we have shown the truth. We got to get to the international community. We're not going to let them hurt us. You know, if they keep this up, they're going to keep getting rich, but y'all are going to be the ones who have a problem traveling. Y'all are going to be the ones affected when they do lockdowns. And see, they're already rich. They got theirs. When we're affected by blacklisting, you're going to be affected by that, not them. You. The consequences of it. And they tax us to death. They tax us to death while they benefit in other ways. Ladies and gentlemen, you all better wake up. I don't talk without documents. We showed you. We made you understand what's going on. They are hiding the property of this man. They are not doing a proper investigation, and they're giving him time to hide what he has and to disconnect themselves from him. On the news today in the United States, they said that anyone who received, including the Democratic Party, they said the Democratic Party should have to pay back this money to that they got from him, because that's people's money. So what does that mean for the Bahamas? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how much more of this we're going to take. Send us your stars. Support this movement. If you have any information, please send it to me. 803-5995 is the number to send the information to, not to call, just to send the information. We're live. Good afternoon, you're live.
Yes, sir. Good day. Good night. Yeah, I just sent one call to say, right? I know we have a lot of working citizens here in the country, and for the direction I see things going in, man, I feel like they just want to turn people into criminals. Because how come is it they could do it and they don't get penalized for it, but then as soon as the small criminal see something small like, and they get penalized for it. You know, I feel like that ain't right, man.
We about to end them days. The new Bahamas is coming, and we're going to fix all of that. We're going to deal with them.
Because I feel like only the setup they are getting it, and then the small man them and thing ain't benefiting, and that ain't right, man. I just call it that. That's all that.
Thank you, man. All of us are about to get ours. In the new Bahamas, Bahamians are going to benefit from their natural resources. Bahamians are going to be put first. They're going to roll out the red carpet for Bahamians. We're going to partner with foreigners. All right? They can come here and do business. We're going to partner with them. They can still do business. We're going to sell them our natural resources, but we could benefit.
But it can be on our terms.
Yes, of course, on our terms. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know much more of this y'all could take. Y'all spread the word, share this live, show them the documentation. We'll put it up on our website also. We're going to put those documents up on the coalitionofindependence.com. I want to have them put it right on the front page so it's easy to find. We're going to flood the front page with these documents. We're going to flood the front page with these documents so you can see it for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, we need change from Philip Brave Davis. He lied in the House of Assembly. Let's see what the opposition is going to do. Let's see if they're going to challenge him in the House of Assembly to step down. Because in any other country, when you lie to Parliament, you must step down. Let's see what the opposition is going to do. I bet you they're not going to do nothing. I bet you they're not going to say nothing. Let's see if the media is going to cover this.
I don't think so.
Maybe if the international media covers it, they will. Ladies and gentlemen, Talk That is every single Wednesday. The team is here to discuss what's going on in this country. I'm going to see you again on Sunday at 5 with more. But Talk That has some stuff to talk about before we leave.
Okay, before we sign off tonight, I just want to encourage every person that has not registered as yet to vote. Please go out and register, because you remember what happened the last time. Minutes dropped it sudden, and a lot of persons missed out on the opportunity to register for their voices to be heard. So please, I am begging you, go out and register early. Don't miss out on the opportunity. That may be your little portion of help assisting in taking our country back. So go out and register, please. And on another note, I want to encourage persons, if you haven't as yet, the COI luncheon is still set to be held on the 24th of this month, which is next Thursday. If you haven't purchased your tickets, please visit the COI headquarters and purchase your tickets as well. We are also having a talent show and play on December 11th. December 11th at the National Training Agency. Tickets are already on sale. You can purchase a ticket at Cool Tech. That's on Tony Williams Darling Highways. You can go purchase a ticket at Cool Tech, or you can call 803-9751 to purchase a ticket as well. So please keep those 3 points in mind. Register, purchase your ticket for the luncheon, and purchase your ticket for the talent show. Thank you.
The cookout.
Oh, right.
That's a luncheon.
Oh yeah, that's a luncheon. And I have one more announcement. We all persons that have their own business, who especially handcraft business. This Friday at the art exhibition that's opening on the 18th of November at 6 to 9. Walk by is going to be done by Vanessa Hudson. She's a solo artist, and she's going to have all of her materials there to be sale, so you guys can go and support her. It's really good stuff. I bought a lot of stuff from her one time ago. She has some really, really nice stuff. It's all handmade. It's all being
She don't have candles, because I love candles.
I think she does because, you know what? She's have a little bit of everything.
Some cameras I can use.
So it's going to be at the art exhibition. That I think that's on Meeting Street. What that kind of name? That's Meeting Street. Where the art gallery is.
Yeah.
You can get to it from the corner by Grey Cliff.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. That
So-
leads to Meeting Street.
Yes. So she'll be there from 6 to 9, guys. So go and
So-
support her. Okay.
All right.
Before we go, I just want to make one last plea to my Bahamian people. Stand up, okay? We only have one country. Our future generations are depending on our one country, and they are depending on us to make the right decisions. We have to get out of this complacent frame of mind. Pay attention, become aware. Okay, this is all we have. That's all I want to say.
And I have one more thing to say too. You only notice it like tonight they had another name change in the papers from I think the last one was something to Adley. I don't know if you all know what the Adley is. They my people. And they strong Bahamians from Long Island. And they giving them those names now. So we looking to get what the word was replaced. Then you all don't do it. Just sit back and allow it to happen. If you all really want to fight for this country, if you all really want to have a chance for your children to have a chance in the country that your mother and your father and you grew up in, you know they say people come here for the clean, pristine, be sunshine. That's why I go sun and sea. You ain't gonna be none left for them to enjoy it. You have to fight, man.
All right, and then most likely, SBF is going to change his name to an Adley or something like that. Yeah, So look out in the newspapers to see, because they already got the newspapers corrupted, the media corrupted. So look out in the newspaper; they'll probably have a name change to him, to go along with his facelift as he escapes. All right. So in other words, listen, international community, you only got to look for him. We holding him right here. Don't look for him. We got him in the Bahamas. We're investigating him. Don't look. Don't investigate in your country. Just leave him right here. All right. He's right here. We got him. But we're not going to arrest him. I don't even think he's still in this country, to be honest with you. But anyway, I'm sick of the leadership of this country. I'm sick of them. But anyway, let's get this information out to the international community. You all know my number. Everyone knows my number. That is 803-5995, 803-5995. If you have any contacts, anyone who needs to deal with that, then you could let them get in touch, and we'll make sure that we get this message out. We're not going to let this fella come here and use our country like that. We sitting down hungry and poor and starving and suffering in this country, and he could come here and use us like that for his dirt? Not a day like it. Not a day like it. And just another announcement, hopefully by next week, we're going to open some shelters for women, 2 shelters for women. So we want to thank everyone who's contributed and who's been volunteering, painting, doing all that kind of stuff. If you want to donate, you're still able to. We need whatever you can, appliances, that's refrigerators, microwaves, ductless air conditions, sofas, whatever you can donate. We already have, we have like 20 something beds, so we're good right now with beds. But anything else that you have, in terms of sofas, anything else that you think that they may need, please contribute. And God bless all of you. And I shouldn't be ending the show because this is their show, so I'll let them end the show.
The only thing I have to say is change ain't coming.
Change yourself. Talk that.
Right. Good night, everyone.
All right. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for that change. So I'm going to see you on Sunday at 5 p.m. And we need something different. We need something different. All right. See y'all next time.
You know, a lot of people wonder how Dubai became a very big, famous, and rich city.
You see, if you're comparing with Nigeria, listen to this. Nigeria has oil before than Dubai. It's a history. They are more rich than us. They have agriculture, they have mining, they have everything, you name it, they have it. Am I right or wrong? When you have a true leadership, which we have nothing, but we have everything because we have the right leadership. That's the only thing you need, a right leader for your country, not corruption. That's what brings your country at the top. You don't need anything. We want water, we don't have agriculture, we don't have mining.
That's quite interesting.
And that's Sheikh Mohammed. Number one, he doesn't know number two, he needs only number one. He says, I don't know, there's no number two in my book. Only number one.
I hear he doesn't ride in a convoy.
I don't know how you did this in 50 years. You look at history. Who does this? Show me anybody else that has done this in 50 years. I'm waiting. Show them to me. This wasn't done by money. Money doesn't produce visions. Visions produce money. You've had leadership over here that were visionaries, great visionaries, and their vision was more about the people than the money, because you can't accomplish this in 50 years without loving your people first, because the people are the ones that's benefiting from this. Look at your health care. Look at your road system. Look at your highway system. Look at your airports. Who does this in 50 years? But who benefits? You're going to care about those people. It's something to be learned about what's been done over here that could be duplicated in the world, because there's people with this much money. You just don't have people with this much love for their people.